It's Storytime Tea. That's me, and today I'm here to tell you a story about my first time traveling alone. So, I'm gonna set y'all up. I was 20 years old, turning 21. And y'all know 21 is supposed to be like an important age or whatever. My whole life, I hadn't really done much traveling. Because when I was a child, we would go to Atlantic City, but I think that was like the only traveling we ever did. And that's literally down the street for real. So once I turned 20, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start traveling. I got a job. Like, I'm in college. Like, I'm going to travel. And so my 21st birthday came. I wasn't in a relationship or nothing. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go to Arizona. Because one of my closer friends lived in Arizona. Like, he moved there, like, when we all went to college. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to go see him. I'm going to go to Arizona. I'm going to see the Grand Canyon. I was just planning all this stuff. And literally 3 days before my birthday, like, the day before I was supposed to get on a plane, he was just like, yo, you can't come. And I was just like, I can't come. Mind you, I had planned so many things for me to do out there. And it's just like, I wasn't going to let that stop me. I was like, I'm still traveling. Just new plan real quick. I put something together. I was like, you know what? My brother lives in Miami. I'm going to go to Miami. So I called my brother. I'm like, hey, what you doing this week? He just like, nothing for real, just working. I said, cool, I'm going to come. He said, bet. I said, all right, bet. Like, I never booked a flight so fast in my life. Like, I was not playing. So I go ahead, I booked the flight, and I go to Miami. I was going to be staying at his house. So I didn't need to do nothing but book my flight. That was it. That's all I needed to do. So I packed all my stuff up because I had to have different wardrobe for that. I'm just like, I started getting my stuff together, and I was just like, all right, everything together. Now that everything together, I'm going to go. So I left. Went to Miami. And I got to my brother's house. My brother kind of lived a little close to like everything for real. Like, he lived like off Biscayne for real. I don't know if y'all know what that's at. All I remember is he lived off Biscayne. That's it. That's all I have. So he was like, Biscayne was on one side, the water was on the other side. So he was like right there for real. He was like in the mix. So he lived there. I got there, he greeted me, everything was good. I was just going to sleep in his room for real, and everything was good. But obviously he lived there, so he got to work. And like, it was going to be like the same type of deal if I went to Arizona too, because my friend lived there, so he was going to have to work. But yeah, but it's different for real, because like, he had a different type of job, so he would be working like at night. And that's when I want to do the most stuff for real. So I was just like, so I planned out all this stuff for me. I was literally on a plane ride over, just thinking of all the things like, let me put this stuff together. So once I had got there, I already had everything that I wanted to do. And I had got there on like the 7th or the 6th or something like that. And we did a bunch of stuff together, but I was also doing a bunch of stuff by myself because he had to go to work. And so like, I think the day after my birthday, because that's when stuff started getting dumb. Like, before my birthday, I was like going on little walks. I was going to little art things and seeing all this stuff with him, and everything was good, whatever. But the day after my birthday, that's when it was like, so, because I was like, my ID was like obviously the ID for little babies because I just was turning 21. And so I didn't know if they was going to let me in the club, y'all. And I don't really go to the club anyway. And then also it was just like, I was by myself half of the nights because he had a night job for real. So it was just like, I didn't really know what I was going to get into when it came to that type of stuff. So it's just like, when the clock struck 12 or whatever, I just had my bottle of wine inside his house like, hey, and then me and him high-fiving and everything. It was just dumb. It was just me and my brother. So that's how it was. But the next day, I was just like, I'm about to do some extra special stuff. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was like, I'm going outside and I got money. And so I went shopping. I got so much stuff. And while I was out, I was just like, I should probably take some of this stuff back to the house because I don't want to just be walking around town with all these bags looking like a tourist. Like, I don't want to get robbed or nothing. Let me go ahead and take all this stuff back to his house. So I go back to his house. He was at work by the time I got back, and I drop all my stuff off. I go back outside. I'm like, all right, let me get something to eat. Actually, I want to go to the movies. So I went to a spot that was like close to the movie theaters, and I got some food. I'm at this place. minding my business. And then this guy like sees me eating, and he walks into the place that I was at, and then he was just like, hey, and I'm just like, hello. I'm like, what? And so like the whole time I was there, people kept on trying to talk to me, but also I just would tell them that I was a baby, and then they would leave me alone. I think like people just not wanting to be weird, they leave you alone if you tell them you're too young. Most of them. And so I just been acting like I was 16 the whole time I was there. I'm like, I'm 16, sorry. Like, I'm barely 16, yo. Like, my 16th birthday in like a week. Like, I'm just lying because I don't want nobody to bother me. And so, yeah. But this guy came into the restaurant, and I'm just like, all right. And he was just like, don't even try to tell me that you're too young, because I know you're not too young. And I'm young anyway. I'm only 20, so what? And I'm like, all right. And so I'm just like, I'm not trying to be weird, so I just talked to him, whatever. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm from Atlanta, da da da. And I'm like, bro, you are like the 5th person on this trip to tell me you from Atlanta. I'm like, is y'all all got on a bus and was just like, all right, let's go to Miami? Like, why everybody from Atlanta? Like, is nobody from here? Like, nobody is from actually Miami. Like, everybody is from somewhere else. It's just plants. And so he's just like, yeah, I'm from Miami, but he's like, I'm not from Miami, but I'm from Atlanta, and I come to Miami often or whatever. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, and so he just telling me about his whole life. I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, you seem cool. All right, cool. And I'm like, where are we going with this? And so he was just like, yeah, I just wanted to get to know you. And I'm just like, you ain't really get to know me at all, because you asked me like 3 questions. But yeah. So I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, I know your whole life story, or whatever story you want to tell me for real, because you done told me about your siblings, you told me why you here, your job that you got, like the things that you're trying to get into, all that good stuff. I'm like, do you even know my name? Like, I'm just sitting there like and so he leaves out of the restaurant, because like I just stopped like interacting with him. I just was like letting him go ahead, and I'm like, oh snap, somebody calling me. Like, I'm like, cause I'm like, I don't know why you here. And so I'm thinking like, all right, everything cool, I'm gonna be able to finish my meal. Y'all, no, I was not able to finish my meal. Somebody else walked in right after him, y'all. Soon as he got up and left, literally, I swear the man seen him getting up from the table, and he came right over and sat right where that man was sitting at. And I was like, I'm like, hey, yo, I'm like, what's going on? Like, why y'all keep on coming over here? I'm sitting by myself. I know it's 2 seats at this table, but I'm sitting by myself, and I'm just enjoying life, just being on vacation by myself, just loving myself and just cooling. Like, I don't know why y'all keep coming over here. And so this man, he looked a little older. He had like a full beard, everything. At this point in time, I felt like full beards was scary, not gonna lie to you. So I was just like, excuse me, old man, can you get away from my table? Like, I was so extra. I'm just like, no, please, go. And so like I got him up out of there so quick. And I'm just like, all right, now I'm gonna pay my bill. Wait, no, this dessert look good. I'm gonna get a dessert. I don't care, I'm on vacation, let's go. And so I'm waiting for my dessert, y'all. I cannot lie. A third man. I don't know how popular this restaurant was. Maybe the windows in this restaurant was just extra clear and beautiful, and so then people was looking inside, and it was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta talk to. I don't know, but it was just like this third man came and sat in front of me, and I'm just like, y'all gotta be fucking kidding me. And then my waiter was like, and I was like, I'm like, bro, like, why do they keep on coming in here? I'm just like, y'all don't like shut the doors or something? Like, I don't know. Like, it made me so mad, because I'm like, bro, this is the 3rd person to come over here. But I was just like, it's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead and talk to him. I'm like, hello. And he's just like, yeah, I was just walking past, and I just had to come in because you just were like so beautiful, and it's just like, I'm just at a loss for words. I don't have anything else. I just had to come in here. And I'm just like, all right. It's like at this point I was a little fed up, because I'm like, you the 3rd person at this restaurant. Like, people was trying to talk to me all day, but like at this particular time, like, bruh, you the 3rd one. Like, what are you doing? It's like but I try not to be mad, because I'm like, you don't know that you're the 3rd one to come over to this exact table while I'm eating this same meal. You don't know that. So I'm just like, I'm like, bro, I done had a long day. Like, it's only a cool 5 p.m. and like everybody and their daughter keep trying to talk to me. And I was fully dressed. Like, I ain't had this much out for her. Like, I was completely dressed. Like, I had a dress on, but it was really long, and then it came up here, like. So I'm just like, there's no reason for y'all to really be coming in here like that. And like, I didn't even like the way my hair was and nothing. Like, I didn't think that I looked cute for real. I just thought I looked very regular. So I'm just like, why do y'all keep on coming in here? And he just talking, and he like asked me a bunch of questions, and then he telling me a bunch of stuff. This man was from Atlanta too. Like, why is everybody from Atlanta? But like, he was from Atlanta too. I'm just like, okay. And then he was just like, yeah, I'm trying to be a rapper. And I'm like, of course you are. Beautiful. And then he like told me his name, and I'm like, bro, that's not your name. And then he's just like, it is my name. And I'm just like, so your mother named you Ace? Your mother did not name you Ace. Like, stop playing. Like, I was low-key mad because I hate when people try to say their name is something like, wow. I'm like, bro, your mother did not name you that. Like, stop. And so he was just like, yeah, my name Ace. That's also my stage name. That I'm like, bro, if your mother really named you ACE, she need to be slapped. Because why did your father even allow that? Like, why did they both come together? Ace cool for real. Ace is cool for real. We're gonna name our child Ace. Like, no, that sounds crazy. No. That's like naming your son. Why is his name S-U-N? Like, what? No. So I'm just like, okay, sure. Okay, Ace. And so he was just talking, and I'm just like, all right. He was interesting though. He was interesting, but I didn't care though, because like, that's not what I came for real. I'm just like, yeah, you interesting, but like, I didn't come here for that. I just came to like eat some food. I just wanted to eat and then leave for real. And I'm just like, I'm trying to go to the movies after this, and like, you bothering me. But I didn't want to say I was going to the movies because I didn't want him to be like, oh, let me come. Like, no. And I'm like, you wasn't on a mission. You didn't have somewhere to go. Like, why are you still in here with me? Like, I swear he sat there and watched me eat my whole dessert and everything. When I'm getting done, I'm about to leave. He just like, oh, I pay for it. I'm just like, it's just like, all right, Joe, what do you want, yo? Like, leave me alone. And then I didn't even want to lie and tell him that I was 16. I'm like, bro, he not even gonna believe that. Because, like, I done told him too much information at this point in time. I know he know I'm not 16. And so he's just like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 20. Even though I had just turned 21 the day before, I didn't care. I was like, I'm 20. And he was like, oh my goodness. He was like, you so young. And I'm just like, how old are you? He was literally 22. I'm like, all right. But he made me feel like he was lying, because I'm just like, why'd you say I was so young if you only 2 years older than me? Like, relax. And so we leave after he paid for it. It was only like $60. And we leave. He walked me over to the movie theater. He just like, oh yeah, I hope you have a good time at the movie theaters. I got some business to attend to. I really should have left you like 30 minutes ago, but I just wanted to talk to you because I'm like, oh, okay. And then he gave me $40 for the movies. I'm like, all right. I'm like, and he was just like, what's your number? And then back in the day when I was younger, I used to give people my number all the time. I don't give people my number now because I'm just like, I don't know what you about to do with that. Like, some people have done weird things with my number, and I don't approve. And so I had gave him my number that day because I haven't lived through the things that I lived through by that time. But he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna text you when you're done the movie. You can text me, maybe we should hang out, whatever. I was like, he is cool. And like, I've been doing every single thing by myself for the most part, because like my brother was really busy the whole time I was there. So it was just like, it was literally like, my birthday was the only day that me and my cousin really, I keep on saying my cousin, me and my brother really spent the whole day together. So I was just like, oh yeah, it could be cool. We could do some stuff, I guess. Like, I guess. So I was just like, I mean, if I'm with somebody, it's less likely for people to try to talk to me. So that's also cool. And so I was just thinking of the benefits. I was just like, I might fuck with it. So I had went to the movies. Loved the movie. I had saw Escape Room. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, so I had saw that, and it was really good, and I liked it. And then once I got out, he had texted me soon as the movie, and like, did you know the movie was ending at that time? Like, cause I wasn't about to text him. And he's just like, hey, I'm around the movie theater. If you done your movie, we should like get something to eat if you hungry again, cause like it was like 2 hours or whatever. I'm like, I actually am still hungry, and I was about to go get some food. And so he's just like, all right, we gonna go to a spot. I went to the spot too. And so we got the food. We walking down the street, everything cool. He's just like, oh, we should go see a bunch of stuff while we out here. It's nighttime, but it's not too late. So da da. I'm like, all right, it's a cool 9 for real. I was like, all right, it's not too late. I'll walk outside with you. And so I really was just trusting this man with my life, and I shouldn't have. And so we walking around town and everything, and it's just like, I know nothing about this man. This man could just be, he could have been from Chicago and his name could have been Brandon. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known. I literally just took his word for it. And I just kept it moving. Like, I swear my mind was not fully developed at 20. At 21, it was like a 5-month span. Like the end of 20 and the beginning of 21 where I was just geeking. So we walking around. He's just like, oh, it's actually getting kind of late. I should probably book a hotel at this point. And I'm just like, bruh, you ain't already booked a hotel? How many days you been here? He's like, oh, this is my first day being here. He was just like, yeah, I was here like 2 weeks ago. And I got an Airbnb, but I ain't get one this time. I was like, I'm gonna just get a hotel. And I'm just like, why you been living your whole day today and you ain't got a hotel? Where are your bags? But I didn't even ask those questions. I don't know what was on my mind, but I didn't ask the questions I should have asked. I just was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, it's a strip of like hotels like right over there. We could just walk over there and do that right now. He's like, yeah. So we walk over, and like 2 of the places was like, we booked. And then the 3rd place was like, alright, yeah, it's this much or whatever. So he tried paying cash, and it was just like, no, we're not accepting cash. They was just like, if we take cash, then you gotta pay an extra $500 as a deposit or something like that. And he was just like, I don't just got an extra $500 on me. Why would I have over $1,000 just on me and just walking around the city? And the man was just like, bro, I don't know what you want me to do. Why don't you have a card? And so I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why don't you have a card? I'm like, you just walking around cardless? Like, and so he was just like, all right. And so we walk out. He just like, yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do, because it's like, I lost my card or something. He said something dumb, y'all. And I just believed him. Dumb. Like, he said something real dumb. And I was just like, oh, that's so sad. I was just like, well, I mean, you could send me the money and then I'll just get it out of the bank and I'll get it for you. I'll get the room for you. Y'all, like, why am I dumb? So like after that, because he just seemed so sad and I just wanted to be helpful. So I was just like, yeah, I'll get it. So we go and we go to the bank. He sent me the money on, bro, he sent me the money on Cash App. Like, I was trying to get scammed for real. So he sent me the money on Cash App. I took the money out of the bank and we went to the hotel. We had the money that we were supposed to have, and the nigga was just like, oh no, we not really doing that no more for real. Who told you that you could just pay the extra $500 for? No, we not doing that. Like, you need to have a card. You need a card registered in order to get a room. And so he was just like, dang. And so we leave out of there, and like, yo, it's getting later and later. So by this point in time, it's like 11 or something. And so yeah, it's like 11:15 or something. So we just like, all right. And so like he calling a bunch of hotels and trying to see, like, because after we walked past like 5 hotels and none of them was like gonna accept him, he just like, I'm gonna just call places and just see which ones take cash and da. And so he calling places. We finally get a place. The place is just like, oh yeah, you can come. It's only a $200 extra deposit or whatever if you want to use cash. Da. And so he just like, all right, I found a place. We can go for real. Bruh, he was just like, but it's a tad bit far, so we need to get an Uber. I was like, all right, cool. So he typed the address into the Uber thing. He orders the Uber. He cash apps me the money. No, he gives me in cash the money for the Uber. And I'm just like, okay. And like, it was like the Uber was gonna be like a little minute or whatever. I don't know. I guess it was busy that night. I don't know what was happening. So he was just like, all right, I want to go to the bathroom. Let's go in this place real quick. So we go into the place, and We go to the bathroom. Why did I go to the bathroom with him? I don't even know. So we go to the bathroom. I escorted him to the bathroom. And like he went in the bathroom. He used the bathroom, and then he started rolling a blunt. I was like, what? Yo, I don't know what was going on with me, but I just was accepting everything. I just thought everything was cool for real. I'm like, oh. And so like he's rolling up in the bathroom, and like I swear it was a sign that said don't roll up in the bathroom. Like I guess this is the spot where everybody will roll up at. Yeah, I was dead. So I'm just like, okay. And then like Uber was like outside, so we leave out and we get in the Uber, right? And then like we driving, and then I was just like, let me look at the Uber. I look at the Uber like 10 minutes into our drive, because I was just like, dang, we've been in this car for a minute. And I realized that a lot of the stuff that I was used to seeing, because I had been there for like 4, 5, 6 days or something. It was probably like 4 or 5 days. I had been there that much time, and I had been like all around the areas that my brother's houses were at. So I was just like, my brother's house is nowhere near where we're at no more. Like, I'm starting to see like less and less things that are familiar. And I'm just like, I've kind of been all around the city at this point. So I know where I'm at for real, but I didn't know where I was. So I'm just like, bro, where are we at? And I look at my phone and it say that our destination is like still 20 minutes away from where we are. And I'm just like, bro, where is this hotel at? Where are you taking me? I was like, oh no. And so then my brain started actually working. I guess I just had, my brain was like on a vacation and it was gone. And then I just had to wait for it to get dropped back off, because at this point in time I was like, oh no. I was like, wherever we going, I'm not going there. And so like we drove for like 2 more minutes, and I'm trying to like plan out my escape plan in my head. And then like he talking to me, he just like, yeah, his friend had called him, and he was just like, yeah, I'm at the hotel, Apparently, his friend was already there at the hotel. Like, his 2 friends, these 2 other grown men was at the hotel already, and they already had a room. So I'm just like, why did you have to get money from me to get a room? I'm like, all right, I got scammed. All right, cool. And then I'm just like, and also like, why is you trying to act like it's like me and you about to go to the hotel and you already got your mans there? I'm just like, all right, not only did I get scammed, I'm getting kidnapped. Because it wasn't even like I was trying to talk to him. Like I wasn't attracted to him or nothing. I just thought he was cool and I wanted to hang out, but like it started getting too far. I'm like, where am I going? I'm like, yo, it was cool when we walking around the city, but I was just like, not us not even being like in town anymore. Like, we not even like, nah. And so we was about to get on the highway, bruh. We was about to get on the highway. And so it's a light right before the highway. I don't know. I guess the heavens blessed me. The light turned red as soon as we got there. I was just like, yo, actually, this is down the street from my brother's house. My brother's house is literally right there. And he just texted me. He's just like, where am I at? He need me to come home. I gotta go for real. The Uber was like, huh? I'm just like, yeah, take him to the destination still. Yeah, take him. It's cool. He gonna go. I'm getting out. I hopped out so quick. He's just like, where are you going? Like, are you gonna be okay? Text me that. I'm like, yeah, let me go. I'll text you once I get in the house. Da-da-da. Bruh, I didn't know where I was, like, at all. I'm about a cool 15 minutes into the fucking drive away from my cousin's house, so I didn't know where I was at. And the thing was, when we got in the Uber, we already wasn't close to my cousin's house anymore. We just was a place where I knew. And so it's just like, the place where I knew was already a bop away from my cousin's house, and then we got even further away from that. So I'm just like, bruh. I'm just like, I have zero clue where I'm at. And by this point in time, it's like a cool like 1:40. It's late. Nobody's outside. Nobody's on the block. Like, and I think it was like a Thursday or something. So it was just like, it wasn't like partiers outside. It's like, bruh, it's Thursday. Like, we're going to work tomorrow type beat. Like, and I wasn't even in like the city part. Like, I was further out. Like, we was getting away from the parties, y'all. So it was literally nobody on the block. And so I walked for like 2 minutes. I get to a gas station. I'm just like, hey, like, I see a person here. I'm like, hey, sir, like, do you know, like, where we at for real? Because by this point in time, my phone had died. So Like I was really living my life on the edge. My phone had died. So I'm just like, hey, you know where we at? To be honest, I could have found my way back because it was like this really tall building that I like was using as a landmark and realized like where stuff was at or whatever. So it was just like I could have figured it out, but it would have been way harder if this man didn't help me. So obviously, if you lost, the best thing for you to do is find an older black guy. That's what I did. I found an older black guy and he sure did help me. I was just like, you know where we at? He was just like, yeah, we on da 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 and da da da. It's near da 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 da. I'm like, bro, I don't know where none of that is. I was just like, all right, so look, I'm a little lost. He was just like, are you okay? Like, did something happen to you? Like, do you need anything? I'm just like, I might possibly need something. I don't know where I'm at. So I'm trying to get to like Biscayne, you know, Biscayne, and like off of whatever that street was, because I had another street. I was like Biscayne and da da da. He's just like, oh yeah. He's like, girl, you're like 30 minutes from there. And I'm like, I'm like, bruh. He was like 30 minutes in a car if we don't hit any lights. Like, that's how far you are. And I'm just like, why am I that far? And so I was just like, yo, how am I gonna get home? Because his destination was still a long way away from where we was at. So like I had to wait for his Uber to be done in order for me to get an Uber. So I'm just like, yo, what am I about to do? Because like it's literally almost 2 o'clock and I'm outside on the block. Little old me, little black girl by herself on the block at night. It's 2 a.m. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why was my brain not clicking? Like, what was wrong? What was the delay? Like, I was not making any sense. And so the man was just like, no, you good. Don't freak out. I got you. He was just like, I don't want nothing to happen to you. I ain't trying to see you on the news or nothing like that. Like, we gonna get you home. Do you know where home is? Do you know the address? I'm just like, all I got for you is the 2 streets that I just told you. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, and it's next to this and that. He was just like, I know what that is. I know what that is. Yeah. I know what that is. I got you. I'm gonna take you. I was like, okay. And so I get in the car and we driving. And so he telling me about his granddaughter and everything. He's just like, you remind me so much of my granddaughter. Just dumb. And I was just like, I know. So we in the car, we talking and everything like that. And he's just like, yeah, you can't just be getting in the car with random guys and going to hotels and stuff. Like, this is Miami. And I'm just like, I know, I'm dumb. I didn't mean it. And so we just talking and everything, and it's cool. And we start to get closer to where I was living at. So I'm just like, all right, we're close to my brother's house. We about to be to my brother's house. Everything good. And he's just like, girl, like, don't ever do that again. And I'm like, bro, you do not gotta tell me. I know that a little bit of my screws was missing. I know it's like some emptiness there. But like, we're feeling it. Like, I learned my lesson. I was scared for my life in that Uber, realizing that I was about to go on the highway and be nowhere near anything. And so I was just like, yo, y'all got it. Miami has it. I'm not going to do anything dumb anymore. I was done because I was literally scared for my life. And so we arrived to my brother's house. I get out. And he just like, all right, have a good night. I'm going to wait for you to walk in. I'm waiting for you to get in there. And I'm just like, okay. And so then I put the little password in or whatever. And I go in the house and I get in there. My brother's still not home. My brother is still not home. And I'm just like, all right. It's really not that bad. I take my shower. I get in the bed. I'm just like, all right. I can't do nothing like that ever again. Because why would I even? And so then my phone get charged by the time I get out of the shower. And he's just like, you good? He was just like, I really wanted to be with you tonight. You really left me. I was so confused. But like, I wasn't trying to be pushy. So I just, let you get out of the car. But like, I was just hoping that you was good. I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. My phone just died and I got in the shower. So that's why it took so long. He's like, it took you that long? And I'm just like, yeah. He was just like, yeah, brother house is supposed to be down the street. I'm like, it was. Like, bro, like, because I didn't know why I was so dumb that day, but I was dumb. And so I was just like, it's okay. I'm never going to do that again. I learned my lesson. Like, when I go out and travel by myself, I will not do no stuff like that. Like, I just need to, relax. And so, yeah, that was my first time traveling alone. And That's it for real. I'm not. I'm smarter now. I'm smarter now, so y'all don't gotta worry about me. I know. I'm foolish. But it be like that. So yeah. Moral of the story is, y'all, don't do anything money related with people that y'all don't know. Because he definitely could have robbed me. He didn't rob me though. No like fraudulent activity happened with my account after that. Even though I know he seen me put my password in, and even though he did send me money on Cash App, and I feel like Cash App is the most scammingest place for people. But like, even though that happened, it was just like I still was good. Like, he just so happened to not be a scammer and a human trafficker. But I didn't know that. And I could have been stolen. And so please don't do what I did. Like, do not give anybody the key to your room. Do not get in any Ubers with no strange people that you do not know. Whether they cute or not. Whether they say their name is a name or not. Don't believe it, y'all. Because you don't know these people. And yeah, y'all. Just be smarter than that. Be smarter than that. Because I was geeked. I was geeked on so many levels. And like, it could have went so different. It just so happened that I got like a decent human being that I was talking to, because it could have went any type of way. I could have been missing. I could have been missing for real. And I made it out. So I made it out. And so it worked out for me. But like, nah, don't do nothing like that. I was crazy. like look how low I am. Like, he could have just picked me up and put him. It could have been raps, but it wasn't. So yeah. I would just say, like, don't do anything risky when you're in somebody else's city. Don't do it in your city either, but like, especially not in somebody else's city, because they can just have something set up for you before you get there. Like, something could be set up for you before you even get there, and you could be stolen, or like something bad could happen to you. So like, really don't do what I did. Like, don't ever do that. And so yeah, that's really the moral of the story. Like, don't be naive and think that everything is sweet all the time, because people do be doing crazy stuff, and you just gotta look out for yourself. Especially if you on the road by yourself, if you're traveling by yourself, you have to look after yourself and don't allow anybody else to. So yeah, for me, story time. The tea is over. Peace.